Boom, I'm live as well. Thing. Alright, we're live.
Welcome.
Welcome everyone back to another live stream.
How are we all doing? Chuck a message in chat, let us know if we're live. I'll just leave mine here like this so I can see.
Let's go! Alright, we're live. Welcome everyone to another live stream. We haven't done it for a while.
Sorry guys. We always say we're going to do it the next day, we never end up doing it.
Life gets in the way. Welcome the live stream, welcome. Oh, whoops. ShizoCrypto is also live.
Mitchell Walker, be rude not to show up. It would be pretty rude, wouldn't it?
Hey, Mitchell Walker's back. Welcome everyone. Welcome.
Might need a bit. Mitchell, is my music too loud? Should turn the aircon off as well. It usually leaves a lot of background noise. We got a lot to cover in this video. We're looking at some altcoins, looking at Swipe, looking at Cake, looking at Zilliqa. Take a look at Dot. Just some of our picks that we've been looking at over the past few weeks and bought into and what's been exploding. Might turn this down just a little bit.
Yeah, let us know if the audio's okay. We switched up the webcams, trying a few different settings. So let us know if everything's alright, if the music's alright, if the audio's alright. Yeah, we're gonna go over Bitcoin. We'll do Ethereum. We'll do a few different altcoins. Go through our like what we're buying, why we're buying them.
Maybe what we bought in the past. Looks at
what
some price entries that we put in.
I think it's been like a week
altcoins.
or two since we live stream, and our portfolios are quite different since we've been streaming last.
Definitely,
taking a few big positions in a few different altcoins. So
I'm gonna say
a lot to talk about.
I'm gonna say this now on live stream just so you lock it in. We're gonna be streaming at least 5 days this week. Oh my god, we already got so many messages in chat. Let me just move these over. Sorry guys, give me 1 second.
Yeah, we'll stream heavy. We'll stream a lot this week. We're gonna go hard.
Let's go through these. Real quick, let's just go through these messages in chat. Yo, good evening. Hello. What's your prediction? What's our prediction on what? Hey guys, we got cherry, eggplant, water. Umbrella. I don't know what else is. Let's get this crypto. G'day lads.
Yeah, welcome
G'day.
Solomon, Rods Guliman, Robert Gogil, Scott Manzi, this guy, welcome. Ninty Weary, Suleiman, welcome. Are you blokes old enough to have a bank account? Barely, just.
Are you blokes old enough to have a bank account?
Barely.
Yeah, barely old enough. Got any thoughts on Omi? I haven't looked at it. How do you feel about Crypto predicting this at the end of the bull cycle from a technical analysis? PS audio is fine. Predicting what at the end of the bull cycle?
Wait, Crypto predicting this as the end of the bull cycle. Bro, it's an interesting, we're gonna make an argument for it right now. Oh, pancake swap, great question. Yeah, so we're gonna make an argument, not on the rainbow chart.
Just give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. If you guys have been taking a look at the logarithmic regression bands, it suggests that we've hit peak, that's like very bad music. Music is trash. We'll turn it off in a second. Yeah, so Crypto predicting that we've hit peak cycle right now. There's a strong argument that you could make that we have hit a potential peak in the cycle, and one of the models that's showing that is the peak logarithmic regression bands. So as you can see, but keep in mind there's only 3 data points on it. So the last 3 bull cycles, it's been a good predictor of when we've hit peak. And look what's happened over the last week or two. We've hit peak again. So you can make a strong argument for it.
Yeah, we're moving back up into this upper zone again, and we literally looks like we just touched that lower red zone. This is Benjamin Cohen's model, so he uploaded it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
November.
December,
So
yeah.
it hasn't really. This hasn't really been followed. That's just why it kind of breaks off here. That's why it kind of breaks off and then keeps going up. But
Didn't Weary Crypto Love recommended your show? Yeah, I've heard that a few times, but I was trying to find where he recommended it. Where did he recommend it? Did he recommend it in a video or a Twitter? Because I like his videos as well, and I saw that he was a subscriber of the channel, and that's pretty cool. I've heard that a few times. Let me know. Yeah, so you can make an argument that this is peak cycle, and what a lot of people aren't thinking about. Absolutely everyone, every single analyst, every single YouTuber, every single influencer in the space, they think that the bull cycle is going to extend into the end of this year. So November, December. But if everyone thinks that, then everyone's going to start selling out a few months earlier. So I think the bull cycle, and we're going to see the peak a lot earlier than people expect because everyone's expecting the same thing. Having said that, I don't think we're at peak now. And looking at models like this, although 3 data points, like it looks like it's a pretty accurate predictor that we've hit peak. When you see things like the institutional buying, like things have just changed this bull cycle. On YouTube, you quoted one of your videos. That's awesome. That's cool.
that's really cool.
Do you know what video?
Let
me know what video. I'd love to watch it because I was watching through them when people were first commenting on it, and I wanted to see it. That's cool because he's such a big YouTuber in the space.
One comment I have on this cycle here, if you look at the last 2 peaks, it looks like we literally just shot straight up. Now it looks like as we're approaching the band, we're kind of settling off a little bit.
Consolidating around
consolidating a little bit. If we do, it looks like the last 2 times we reached the peak of the band. If we reach the peak of the band at around here, that looks like 112k-ish, you know, around the 100k zone, because this is logarithmic, as you can see on the side here. Millions are like literally right here. So if this is a super cycle and everyone is like severely underestimating the top of Bitcoin this cycle, we could be consolidating here, like we consolidated a little bit here, like we consolidated a little bit here, and then see a massive run up like this, something to like 300, 400k. So, you know, this...
and I'm going to butcher the words of Michael Saylor because he got asked about the stock to flow model and the pi indicator and all these different models that you can use to predict the Bitcoin price. And he said, in essence, models are only good until they're not. Like, this is three data points. You can draw lines and you can draw curves on anything and fit every data point, and it's only going to be useful until it's not. TA, like it only has limited use, and like this cycle is completely different to other ones. So I saw some interesting on-chain data that suggests we're at a double top, and we might see a pullback to like 50k, and then a consolidation for a while.
If we did, that would be good because it gives us time for this band to kind of keep going higher and higher.
Exactly.
And you know, the higher this goes, the magnitude that it does on the Y scale is it's exponential. So we've had 3 cycles previously. It's a different ball game now with institutions. We might get a drop off and not the same as before. That's what I was saying about how this could be like
we're trying to get at.
Yeah, how this could be another consolidation like we saw here, and then the massive run up, then the massive run up, and then the massive run up. So that's what I'm saying with this graph as well. Any idea what is the ratio of institutional versus retail investors or total institutional investment gain cycle? You can look at that kind of data on Bybit.
Yeah,
you can see.
And we'll get to some on-chain data, but you would imagine that a lot of the really long-term holders and the people that are taking supply off exchanges right now are institutional holders. And that's just common sense. You would imagine, and I imagine a lot of the people listening right now are retail holders, and they just leave their coins on exchanges because it's, in the grand scheme of thing, are not a lot of it's not a lot of crypto, it's not a lot of Bitcoin. So a lot of the people who are moving coins off of exchanges, you would imagine, are institutional investors.
A lot of people saying BEPRO in chat. Maybe we'll have a look at that later in the stream.
Yes, BEPRO. Is this another meme coin? This is another safe moon. We'll take a look at it because a lot of people want to see.
Someone also said Pancake Swap. We'll take a look at Pancake Swap as well. We both pretty much put a lot. Jamie pretty much perfectly timed the dip at about $9.50 and then rode that all the way up to $20, which is insane trades. So we both have been in Pancake Swap, over the past few months.
Yeah, we'll talk a lot about Pancake Swap, Zilliqa, and then we'll look at a few different altcoins that you guys want to take a look at. BPro looks like it's winning the record right now. DWK 8081. What we're saying is that there's a few different models and data that you can look at that would suggest that we've hit a temporary peak at the moment. But models are only useful until they're not. Someone made a good point in chat, and the point that we're trying to make is this time is different because institutions are now in the game. They're buying up a lot of Bitcoin, and it completely changes everything. Like, there was no institutional interest or buying in the last 3 ones. So you could say the data points are almost, you could make an argument that they're irrelevant. But like, it's always good to look at stuff like this. You don't want to put your blinders on and just look at all the bullish data that's coming out. You want to not fall in love with your investment and consider everything.
Mitchell Walker said, "I'm really surprised how Cake ran so hard after the hack. It saw its dip and then it still had the total value locked. So I mean, it still had what it needed to keep moving up." Everyone's saying Bepro.
Bepro.
We'll look at it. I mean, we could look at it now.
Yeah, I wanted to take a look at this Bepro.
The upcoming announcements look really good though. Can't wait till we see the evolution of Dexter's. Yes, yeah, same here. I'm really excited to see how Uniswap performs over the next few months. I think I'm going to start loading up very soon on Uniswap as we get closer to the Ethereum Optimism release.
Alright, so the Bepro, first look, the chart doesn't look great. It's outside the top 500 coins, so clearly a very high risk, high reward.
Why are you guys putting it in our chat, by the way?
let us know what's the bull case behind Bepro. What is it doing? So this is, when you're looking at an altcoin, I think it needs to have a good narrative, and it needs to have some good technical setup. And it needs to be, the team needs to be looking to solve like a real term problem. So if Bepro fits the, is this one of the gaming?
It looks like one of the gaming ones. I've said in a lot of my videos.
Is this one of the ones CRYPTOCURRENCIES? I know he did a top 10 gaming tokens.
It might
Maybe
be
it's
here,
one of them. Yeah.
I did a video on Ultra a week or two back, and Engine. I think gaming will be easily one of the first markets to actually take on board crypto. I think the people who are in the market are just used to digital assets, in-game items and that sort of thing, and they're just used to the space and will accept it willingly. I think gaming will definitely be one of the first industries to really take on crypto really hard, if not the first, actually. So this looks like it's another gaming one. I can already see Overwatch stuff. Build the future of DeFi gaming. What? One thing with gaming is, are they doing NFTs, and what sort of ERC20 / what sort of chain are they using? Because I know the Engine's ERC 721.
Is this on the Ethereum chain?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I'm trying to find it. Because the ERC 721 token that Engine developed is really, really good for gaming, and if these guys aren't using that, I'll be interested to know what they'll be using.
Yeah, so I'll give you guys a bit of background, especially for the people that haven't viewed into the streams before, because we haven't streamed in a while. The majority of our portfolios are in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to be around, if not forever, for a very long time.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you guys, but I think minimum 90% of these cryptos aren't going to be around in, say, 10 years. My main argument for being in altcoins and for looking for good altcoin picks is because if you think Bitcoin's going up, say, if you were convinced Bitcoin's going to 100K, then all of these altcoins are going to increase, and they're most likely going to increase at a higher percentage rate than Bitcoin. So the name of the game, especially over the bull run, is trying to get into these altcoins, get the high returns, and then get out into Bitcoin and Ethereum and projects that you think are going to be around for a long time and stand the test of time. All these, probably out of the top 1,000, maybe 10 to 20 will still be around in 10 years. Yeah, Kusama, Polkadot, like all the big ones, all the really big ones. But like as soon as you go out of the top 100, there's a lot of coins that just aren't going to be around. So like if you go down to the safe moons, the long Elon, like Elongate, Star Moon, all these like crazy meme ones.
Even Pancake Swap, unfortunately.
Yeah, even Pancake Swap.
It really depends, with
yeah.
something like that, what they do with the long term.
Do we want to jump into Pancake Swap?
Yeah, do you guys want us to take a look at Pancake Swap real quick? I wouldn't mind. Bepro is cool. I think it works with price pools and DeFi. That's what, since a lot of you guys are talking about Bepro, Mitchell Walker Macha just said that it's working with price pools and DeFi. Why DeFi? It's just because it's like a... Good morning, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Oh, yeah,
Sean,
remember
Sean.
Sean.
Welcome back. One of the OGs. Good to see you.
Because Veracity is one of the cryptos that's exploded recently and everyone's talking about. And that's another prize pool one that's got to do with a lot of ads and prize pools in terms of gaming. Engine, yeah, I like it. I really like Engine. Like I said just then, the gaming industry is going to be one of, if not the first industry to really take on cryptos on board and blockchain on board. I think the people who are using it are just really used to digital assets in game like World of Warcraft, skins in League of Legends, that sort of thing. So it can easily be implemented onto blockchain without people even realizing. So it's a lot, yeah. That's just my opinion. Do you want to look at Cake real quick?
Yeah, do a bit of Cake. Crypto Wiz keeps spamming Kusama. Yeah, Kusama looks good, and so does Polkadot. Polkadot has a great technical setup at the moment. It probably has more to run.
Yeah.
But Kusama's run so hard, I think it's going to chill out and consolidate a bit while Polkadot runs.
Kusama ran way too hard. And
Kusama's ran so hard. So
yeah, I remember I was buying it up at 100, and I think I sold at 150 or something. Cause
did it break 500?
It broke 500, 550 or something like that.
Is it still at over 500?
It's 400 or something now.
Yeah.
But it ran so hard, and I remember every single red day in the market, Kusama would be up like 10 or 15%, and then whenever green market would happen, it was just following Bitcoin completely. Its price action was completely opposite to Bitcoin for such a long time. So, Pancake right now, price of 16.7. I sold it around 19.5, and then I bought back in.
Yeah, that was a good call.
I bought back in, I think, at around somewhere like up here, like 16.2, I think. As it got closer down to this 15.2, I bought it 16.2 and it came back down to about 15.2, which is what I thought it would after this kind of impulse wave here where it came back down. You can see there was quite a bit of volume in this tiny region. There was so much volume being traded. It shot up past it, and then it's now bounced 1-2 times, and I thought we were going to come back down and meet it again and follow this downtrend, and then it started to explode back up. But it looks like we're kind of still moving around this area before we oh, you didn't even have it up. My bad.
Oh, I'm getting the
I can say that again.
Volume up. Yeah, so a ton of consolidation. The good thing is the price is sitting above where most of the coins have been moved. So it doesn't take much to see another run in PancakeSwap. Let's go over the fundamental reasons why we both have decent positions in PancakeSwap now.
Yeah, pull up CoinMarketCap
on PancakeSwap.
On PancakeSwap and Uniswap, just so we can compare them.
Oh yeah.
If you go onto CoinMarketCap and open up and look at Uniswap and PancakeSwap, I don't know if you guys know this, but with all yield farming and DeFi applications, you should always look at the ratio between total value locked and its current where is it?
Oh, here you go. So 6.4 bill. That's exploded for PancakeSwap, and it's 8 billion on. So yeah, when you're trying to value a altcoin, it's hard from people that come from stocks, and there's a lot of different ways. Like you can discount cash flow model. You can look at assets liabilities. With cryptocurrencies and altcoins, it's extremely hard to put a valuation and something that makes sense on different cryptos. So you use what you can get pretty much. The way you would compare what category would you even put these in?
DeFi.
DeFi coins would be under total value locked.
If you're looking at DeFi applications with collateralized loaning, liquidity pools, farming, yield engines, that sort of thing, you always want to look at its total value locked.
Because that shows usage and
exactly
how much has been adopted
and how
already.
much isn't going to be flowing through exchanges. This is all value that's locked up in, as I said, liquidity pools, farms, and that sort of thing. So we've got $6.4 billion. That is insane how much value is locked up in PancakeSwap.
which is just mental.
It's literally just under Uniswap, which is in the 8th spot with a $15 billion market cap, and Pancake's down here at a $2 billion market cap. That's, a 7th. Is it a 7th? 2 billion, 15 billion? That's a 7th of the market cap with almost the same amount of total value locked. With, the Binance Smart Chain having the low transaction fees and fast transaction times, and you can offload your stuff straight off Binance onto your wallet. It didn't make sense for something like this not to exist in the time that we're currently in, with Uniswap being so expensive and still running on Ethereum. I can see PancakeSwap easily going into the top 15 if the Ethereum optimism updates keep getting delayed. So I'll be watching PancakeSwap for the next few months, definitely, and holding it.
Yeah. It's definitely a short to medium term play.
Yeah, it could be longer. It really depends on Ethereum. But
yeah, it depends what Ethereum and Uniswap are doing. So it's so difficult to use Uniswap as a platform because it costs so much in gas fees and transactions. No one wants to spend so much when you're trying to get different cryptos. The Binance Smart Chain and PancakeSwap is the biggest exchange on the Binance Smart Chain, and it's so fast and so cheap. So all of these coins, I don't know if Bpro's on the Binance Smart Chain, but if you're trying to buy SafeMoon, if you're trying to buy any of these meme coins, you are doing it through PancakeSwap. And if you look at the total value locked, it's 6.4 billion compared to the 8 billion in Uniswap. But then if you look at the market caps,
we'll take a look at XVS
there's
in a second.
huge difference.
Yeah, the discrepancy is a 7th compared to exactly. Yeah. So,
which is it's ridiculous. It shouldn't be that huge a discrepancy, and that's why I think PancakeSwap has a lot of catching up to do. And we used to make this point a lot on older streams. A huge thing that you want to look for on altcoins is a good team behind them, good social medias to build hype around the coin. Exactly. And really pump it out. And Cake probably has the best one of any crypto I've seen. They know how to build hype around it.
They know marketing very well.
They know marketing really well.
Anything happens, they're straight on Twitter and make everyone aware. I remember when they did go through that DNS thing, whatever you want to call it.
Is this the hack?
The hack or whatever you want to call it. I'm not, the first thing they did was go on Twitter and said, hey guys, stay off the website for now. We're fixing this. They didn't just ghost everyone and delete all these comments about it being a scam. I've seen so many crypto projects do that, like Swipe. They literally closed their Reddit down because they were sick of people talking about the project. I think that's just so stupid. But PancakeSwap always let, people comment and they always update the public on what they're doing, and their Reddit's always, very active and everything. So, hey lads, what's up? LCS Top 5.
What's up?
What's up?
Crypto Wiz says you like XVS. Have you heard it? It's Venus.
XVS.
The chart, I don't mind it. It looks like it's sort of deciding it's a 50-50. It's on a coin set of what way it wants to go.
This is a Binance DEX, right?
Yeah, it's on a Binance, which I like. Right? I feel like we're going to see a lot more use on the Binance Smart Chain, while Ethereum sorts out their rubbish at the moment. They have a lot they need to sort of work through, improve on, before that. And
CZ won't stop pumping Binance Smart Chain projects, so you know that they're going to do well.
Yeah, guys, if you aren't looking at any coins that are built on the Binance Smart Chain, you 100% should. I didn't realize this a few months ago, but Binance is really like the Amazon of the crypto world. So they own CoinMarketCap. They own a lot of the big projects. They're just buying everything up. So, and they're such a huge exchange at the moment. Like, you saw what happened to their coin. Their coin just absolutely exploded into the 3rd spot. And I don't think anyone expected that. And with Ethereum, for who knows how long it's going to be expensive and take so long for transactions, Binance is going to keep taking market share away from them. So really bullish on all the Binance coins, and XVS Venus is in there. Thanks for the $10.
Yeah, thanks sorry, we don't really know an insane amount about XVS, but we like all Binance Smart Chain projects. And
anything on the Binance Smart Chain, bullish on.
Honestly, this project's it's number 130, and Binance Smart Chain projects are going to get growing value in the next few months. And
they're going to continue to
just climb up the ladder constantly.
100%, definitely.
I don't think you can go. I haven't even looked at this project, but I don't think you can really go wrong. I'll have to look at it a bit more in depth before I give it a formal opinion, but I'm sure you can't go wrong with it. Can someone tell us why people keep saying BetPro in chat? Like, what's happening? Because the price didn't explode by like 100% or anything.
Guys,
you guys
what?
are just saying it.
Yeah, what is BetPro and why are there so many BetPro people in chat?
Someone, so in my chat, someone said, "What do you think about Zilliqa and its price?" We'll get onto Zilliqa in a little bit. We've got quite a bit to say about Zilliqa. Good and potentially weird stuff, you know, that we like and potentially, you know, don't really like that much. I'm trying to think what else you guys have said.
I don't know much about BPro, but I think it has something to do with players putting in crypto and the winner gets a winning. So it's some sort of gambling crypto.
Yeah, that's what Veracity is as well.
Interesting. Yeah, someone.
Thanks for the $10, by the way, Piss Trooper.
Someone give us the like in a nutshell what BPro is. There's so many comments about it, and it's from Piss Trooper. It's being listed on the Binance Smart Chain next week.
Can I show you something real quick?
Yeah.
Esports.
Why be amateur when you can be BPro?
What the hell? So this is, if you haven't seen, real quick, Jamie.
You going on Veracity?
I'm just gonna show you guys real quick and show you as well. This thing called Esports Fight Club. This is built on Veracity. As you can see, this is an overlay onto I don't think that's it.
Oh, that's not it?
No. I'm assuming BPro is something like this. I tried to go on BPro and look for the white paper, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just showing you this, guys. This is the closest thing I know. On Veracity, you can see they have like this overlay on YouTube videos where you can click this and you can earn the tokens just for watching the video. But the important thing is down here. So you can join prize pools for games. A lot of these are free, but this one here, for an example,
okay.
Join for $10 and you earn the pot. Oh, because there's zero in it, but if it was full, it would be $320 because that's the entire pot, and the winner gets that. So, and this is a Dota 2 game. And they're bringing League in.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
so I'm assuming
imagine
BPro,
League of Legends.
Yeah, League is coming on this, and
cool.
I'm sure BPro's probably got League of Legends as well. So, is it
Okay.
something like this, guys?
I wanted to be pro when I was a young skater kid, yeah. I want to be a pro crypto YouTuber.
When I was a young skater kid. Do you still skate? Real quick, just because we were still on Pancake Swap.
Yeah, let's finish off our...
I'm just going to, last moments on Pancake Swap, just about the price action right now.
Yeah, Grant put out a great tweet. If you're not following him on Twitter, check out his Twitter. He put out a perfect buy signal on the at $15.20.
Yeah. I had these lines, all of these
And walk us through why you took a walk us through why you bought at $15.20 because it was perfectly timed. Was it based off the volume moved because there was no volume moved, or because of when it hit before?
Down here, there's just so much accumulation of people buying up. When you see this bottoming out for so long, you know that the price actually just going to start moving up, especially as Ethereum and Uniswap's still really slow and expensive. Honestly, this was just more of a fundamental buy for me down here when I bought I bought in here and I bought around here as well. That was just a fundamental buy. I knew that Pancake Swap was just going to keep going up. I was into the yield farming. I think that was an early incentive for you to actually buy Pancake and stake it, because I think the APY back then was about 200% or something. So it was at 200%.
Damn.
So I was like, why wouldn't I? And I just knew that it had some insane catching up to do against Uniswap as usual. And then as soon as I saw it break up past this point here, this local top, I knew it was going to go up, impulse, and then shoot back up again. I had a price prediction of about $20 because that was where it was at back here.
And what it hit,
and
it
there
got
was
to
a
about
lot of activity early on at around $20.
Yeah.
So it went up to about
But on the most
$19.90.
recent dip, what did you...
Which dip? This one here?
This one here, yeah. Because
Oh.
you bought back in at 15.2.
It was on this previous block order here. So with all this
Gotcha.
activity here, just when it first blew up,
Yeah.
you can usually predict it's going to come back down to the top of
And
the
people start buying up
of the
again
previous
there.
impulse wave when everyone starts to realize it and the
Gotcha.
FOMO kicks in.
Yep.
Then it blows up. FOMO kicks in around here. Then it starts to blow up. And you can usually predict it's going to come back down and kind of touch the top here. This one I was worried about because it was on a downtrend for a few days here.
But some very constructive price action happening
It
right now.
perfectly bounced off.
Yeah.
I think anywhere between here and here is a good buy for the next few months. You'd probably prefer to buy below around $16, but just to time your entrance perfectly. But I'm still super bullish. I think it could easily get to about $50. So if you are looking for a price entry, then
The other thing is, yeah, if we see a break above $17 now, I think we might see another run up to $20, which would be good. Joshua Athanasio in chat, Cake Technical Analysis.
We just did that.
Just doing it. Did you even shower? No, we didn't.
We did not shower.
So for those that don't know in chat, we just came back from a bench off, and we were smoking cigars in the interim. Yeah.
We all had a bench press off, see who could bench the most. So
Yeah, had a bench press off.
we do it every couple months. So
Let us know in chat if you also go to the gym. I feel like maybe this is misguided, but I think going to the gym and being a gym rat and being in the crypto space goes hand in hand. Maybe not looking at all the big influencers. Looking at Bitcoin Crypto, Benjamin Cohen. Not that they're not super athletic, but maybe not.
look at Chamath though, that guy.
Chamath,
Definitely
yeah,
trained.
Chamath is ripped as.
Looking at this right now, you can kind of see this. You can kind of see this point here. If you want to put that in as well, you get the ray. Let me zoom in. Yeah, Josh, if you were in this room, you could smell us from the other side of the room. I am sweating so much in here, especially because our aircon is so loud that we had to leave it off.
Yeah, we had to leave it off. We're sweating in here.
From here, whoops. Looks like we're touching this zone here as well. You took your VPVR off. Oh no, you don't have it on. Hold on, let me add it on. This VPVR, I'm not sure what it's called here. It's called visible range. It's a really good indicator for seeing. You kind of
Keep
want
putting it on and it keeps going up.
you want to change this to about 150, just so you can kind of see the smaller definitions of it. It just puts volume into a horizontal scale. This paired with the vertical volume is a really good indication of where the price action is going to head in the future. Stick to the analysis, lads. And as you can see, there's an insane amount of volume above this line. So for us to move past this is actually a pretty big hurdle. And it looks like we touched it, we bounced off it, and then we actually dropped down past and then went down to
now
this.
It becomes resistance.
The peak of this block order here, and now the flips this part into resist, which is support, which is good. We didn't break through, because that would have been pretty bad if we did break through, and then we would have maybe gone down to about here, even lower. But now we're retesting this. There's a lot of volume and a lot of purchase order happening around here. So if we do break past this level and sort of move up to around this zone, the 17.5, and then if we get up to about, the 18.6, I think we blast past this point here into around the 30s. So yeah, keep an eye on PancakeSwap. We're super bullish on it for the next few weeks.
The other thing is, even if it doesn't explode up and it just consolidates around, say, between $20 and $15, if you're staking it, you're earning 100% interest on it. So if it sticks around there for a few months, you've made a huge amount of gains doing nothing. So yeah.
Exactly.
And I think the underlying capital goes up anyway. I think we see an over $20 to $30. We see an over $30 pancake at some point this year if Bitcoin and everything just continues upward.
If Ethereum doesn't actually deliver, which it hasn't in the past. Another thing I mentioned on my stream, on my video of PancakeSwap, this accumulation down here looked very much like a cup and handle. If you're not familiar with the cup and handle shape, it's where you see this large, semicircle shape, and then a dip higher than the low of this large accumulation down and then up. And then as soon as we reach this point back up where the 2 points of the semicircular, we just explode past by the range from here to the bottom of here. And this isn't just a shape. The reason for this is making higher lows and having a lot of accumulation, a lot of orders down here, and a lot of people not willing to sell unless we see some more price action. A lot of people buying up before we get down to like accumulation.
Yeah, so that's the logic behind the...
That's the logic behind the comment. You need to know the logic behind these shapes if you're going to actually start looking at it. Because
you're going to be trading on them, yeah.
You can see the bottom of here. Look how much accumulation happened below this cup and handle. That verifies that this is actually that shape and makes sense that this will... If you see no accumulation at the bottom here and the price is just really settling with very low volume of orders, then it's probably going to fail. So as soon as we retested this and started to go up here, I knew that we were going to explode up into these regions, which is why I put in a sell order around 19.5, just below 20, just to make sure that my sell actually went through. But yeah, that's essentially how I got my order in for around this point here at 13.5.
Yeah. In terms of short term, no one knows what's going to happen short term, but it's going to be based off Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think we see movement. Why does it keep putting...
I recommend always looking... Yeah, because you need to change to the thing. I recommend always just looking at the daily charts just to have a really accurate description. All the top analysts always use daily charts. They don't go down to. I'm just looking at the 2 hour and 15 minute because it's more fun to watch on stream. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's enough for that. I don't need to go into any more
Enough
detail
on
on that.
cake.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, we can still get to Zilliqa. Do you want to look at some of this?
Go into Zilliqa.
Oh, we can look at some of this stocks of flow and.
Yeah, so
updated
we have a
margins.
68k. We set this ages ago, a 68k Bitcoin target for April, and this is based on pretty much a accumulation of all the different models. So stock to flow cross asset model, the pie model. What's the other big one? The rainbow chart. Sort of an accumulation of all of them, as well as, if you guys haven't heard, the Coinbase IPO goes public the 14th of April, which I think will be a huge catalyst for the Bitcoin price. So yeah, what do you make of the
Bitcoin chart right now.
yeah, Bitcoin chart right now? Just consolidation for the next few days.
I hope so, because then we'll see a lot of the funds flow into the altcoins. It looks like we're making a higher lows up here and approaching this 58 zone again, and hopefully actually see a substantial breakout above higher than what we
60k.
saw-
Every
higher than what
time
saw
we
back
touch
here.
60k, it's like no one wants to buy it. No one wants to be the guy buying above $60,000.
I know.
I think we'll have to see some sort of big fundamental reason
Yeah.
for us to blast past it, and that might be the Coinbase IPO. So the Tesla one was one big one. I think the next big fundamental thing will be the Coinbase IPO, and I reckon when it starts trading in the US, it's going to like 2 to 3x immediately, just because there's so much hype in the crypto
What's that?
space.
Bitcoin.
Coinbase,
Oh,
the
Coinbase,
Coinbase
yeah,
IPO. Imagine if Binance IPO'd, it would be huge.
I know.
It would be even bigger.
I guess buying BNB is like buying stocks in Binance, sort of thing.
Yeah, so thoughts on the Bitcoin logarithmic curve peak. We talked about that briefly when we first turned on the stream. You can make a good argument that we've hit a peak right now. You can look at different models, and one of them is the peak logarithmic regression bands. Based on the last 3 peaks, the last 3 bull cycles, that we've hit a peak right now, and we're going to pull back really sharply. What we were saying is that this bull run's completely different. We didn't see the institutional demand. We didn't see the institutional investment. And as Michael Saylor says, models are only good until they're not good. So there's 3 data points. When things have changed so fundamentally in the space, like, is this even relevant anymore? Comparing it against 3 bull runs that were completely different.
Exactly.
You can draw curves and charts matching every data point and have the best looking technical analysis, but at the end of the day, it's
M2 money supply is increasing rapidly, and Bitcoin being a negative hedge against that, against money
Exactly.
and fiat. It's a completely different game. So
Yeah, there's so much positive stacked up for Bitcoin, and we're still seeing all the on-chain data, which we might get into now.
Yeah.
Everything's still so positive. I just cannot see this being the end of the road.
yeah,
Crypto said it looks like we're at a peak. I disagree.
yeah.
I disagree.
I think he says that for a lot of. I'm not. He might believe it, but if we don't at least hit the in my opinion, if we don't at least hit the points of the peak of these stocks of flow and this logarithmic regression bands, we'll go higher at least. In my opinion, I think that we'll at least hit these points, and if we don't, then we'll just go higher.
So what would a breakout of the trend look like? I reckon if we see a breakdown below, what would Willy Woo's number be at? If you guys are familiar with the analyst Willy Woo, he tracks, it's something based on the 15 or like the 28-day moving average or something ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And if we're over that number for 100 days, like we'll never go back and break down below it.
Because we've historically always bounced off the
It's one of the moving average days.
what is it? 20. I think it might be 28-day moving average.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't quote us on this. It's the 20-day moving average, and then taken down by a few fractions. And historically, we've bounced off that moving average every single time. So the higher we go, the higher that moving average raises. So the higher the bottom could possibly be that day.
And I'm pretty sure the number that Willy Woo, and he's a really good analyst, nearly everything, he gets things wrong sometimes, but it's so slightly off, it's pretty impressive. The number that he's modeling for us to never go below is 52K. So if I saw a breakdown below 52K, that's when I would freak out and start to look to unload my positions. And I'd go back to the logarithmic regression bands and be like, wow, this was a great predictor. Is it 50-day MA? It might be. It's something very similar to that. But if we see a break below 52K, that's when sound the alarms, like something bad's going on. It looks like we have hit a peak. But until that happens, I don't think there's much to worry about. And with the institutional demand, I can't see Tesla, I can't see Square, I can't see PayPal, Motley Fool, all these big institutional buys, I can't see them letting it dip below. And all these high net worth individuals, everyone's waiting on the sideline for a dip. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to freak out or sound the alarms until we see a break below. I think it's like 51.5K, but let's say 52K.
Just putting your stop limits to limit the amount that you can possibly lose. If you're, people say don't invest as much as you're willing to lose. Put your stop limit at the point where you're as much as you're willing to lose. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine everyone's...
No one wants to lose money, so...
No one wants to lose money, and I imagine everyone's crypto portfolios are hitting all-time highs at the moment. Just remember to trade from a position of safety, take profits along the way. Anything can happen. Although everything looks super bullish coming out, set some stop losses, set some stop limits. There's nothing wrong.
Someone said, lads, can you check out Wing on no requests? No, it's fine. You guys can give us requests. Just chuck them in chat and we'll try to get through them all.
Yeah.
Can you guys say Wing on no requests? Honestly, I don't usually do TA on projects that I don't believe in, because I think technical analysis has to be backed up by some sort of fundamental analysis, or complete disregards it, and vice versa. Let's look at it. Wing.
The chart looks great.
Mind you, neither of us really invest in projects outside the top 100 very, very often unless we really, really like it. This chart is looking really good though.
Yeah, the chart looks great.
It's looking bullish, and when was this? Wow, it looks like very consistent, because usually if you look at another one like Engine, it's just parabolic.
Yeah, the only thing you'd be worried about at the moment, because it's hitting around all-time highs, and it looks like it IPO'd and dropped immediately. Did it IPO at 100, ICO at $100 and then immediately drop? That's what it looks like. It happened like end of last year, and it's now building up towards it. You might see some resistance. It looks like an ICO.
This is a credit-based decentralized platform for crypto asset lending and cross-chain communication between decentralized finance projects. So this is just like Aave and Compound. It's a cross-chain. I actually get up the website real quick. Oh wait, I can get up the white paper straight from here, can't I?
I mean, an extremely bullish looking chart.
I can't.
And I don't think you'll have much resistance up until around the $100.
260 million total value locked for what number was it? For a 417 ranked market cap is really good. It's got a governance system which is really good.
Yeah, so first impressions, TA looks good. The website looks good. The team looks good.
Is it on its own network? It's got its own. It looks like it's got its own wrapped tokens as well.
Interesting.
This looks good. I like it.
Yeah, without doing a deep dive into it, it looks pretty good. The thing is, 90% of altcoins are going to run hard as long as Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to go up.
Yeah.
Someone said, will Ethereum get to 2,600 this week? Let's do. Yeah, we'll jump into Ethereum right now.
If you can't sell me on this project compared to Aave or Compound or Pillar, which is Zilliqa's collateral system, or any Binance Smart Chain decentralized application that does this collateral loaning, then I can't really see a reason to own it, unfortunately. That's just me, because I don't really like investing in projects that are outside the top 100.
Yeah, so what's the what is it doing better, and what problem is it solving that Aave is not?
And is the project that substantial that it deserves to be where Aave or Compound is currently sitting?
Yeah, does it deserve to rival the market capitalization of the bigger projects?
Exactly.
And
yeah.
if so, why? Like, what problem is it solving? Those are the questions I'd ask. But having said that, the chart looks good,
Yeah,
and I don't
definitely.
think there'd be much resistance. It looks like it IPO'd at $90 or something like that.
And it's starting to climb back up. So
Yeah.
this looks like a lot of consolidation happened. What was this? 7-11. So it looks like not many people were talking about it, but what was the volume like? The volume looked really low around here as well. And one more thing I actually want to say, before we deep dive into anything else, is this Bitcoin dominance chart. This is something you have to be looking at if you want to. So yeah, just click that.
This is steadily falling, isn't it?
If you look at this was back in 2013. Obviously, Bitcoin's dominance was as high as it could be, but every time we dip down into these huge alt seasons, we stay a little bit lower. So altcoins do have a large share of the market cap now. As soon as this starts to dip, this is one thing you want to be looking out for when altcoins really start to run hard, and you want to start turning your money into smart money and flipping between Bitcoin and altcoins. Because if you don't think some of these altcoins are in it for the long term, then the only reason you're going to be holding it is to increase your amount of Bitcoin that you hold in your portfolio. So when this dominance starts to go towards around 50% and lower around to 40s, and then even your lower down to here was about 36%, this is when the altcoins really start to run hard, and you see 10x's in the top 100. Right now it's at 56%, which is really, really low, and we're kind of approaching that alt season a lot of people talk about, and Bitcoin's consolidating around the 60k zone. I think this will happen in the next couple of weeks. We'll see Bitcoin decline down to about 50% when altcoins like Zilliqa, XLM.
Yeah, unless something
Uniswap,
big happens with Bitcoin and we see a nice run up, we're going to see the capital flow over to the altcoins.
Exactly. Especially if we don't see a huge dip in
that
Bitcoin
looks like
as
it's
well.
very telling.
Exactly.
That we're about to dip a lot harder into a bit more altcoin dominance.
So this is a really important thing to look at when you're
keep
looking,
an eye on it.
when you're looking
100%.
for smart money and where to hold your value.
Yeah, as I said before, a few projects are going to make it out over, say, the next 10 years. But I would say the main reason for holding altcoins at the moment is because they're going to run harder than Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you want to maximize the gains that you're getting. Yeah. This guy said, I almost pulled out at 50k. Instead, I smoked a cigar and took a nap. Yeah, good move. That you bring up an interesting point, because 50k was such a huge psychological level. 50k is the perfect number. For those that don't trade much or don't invest much, any big psychological number immediately acts as resistance when you're under it, and then support once you go above it, because people like round numbers. It's just human psychology. So I think Raoul Paul made a good argument that when at some point this year, if we're pushing 100k, it's going to be a decent psychological barrier to break through, because everyone will be up so much, and everyone will be wanting to sell out at 100k.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I wouldn't recommend looking at the 15-minute chart. The only reason why... should we talk about Ethereum?
Jump on Ethereum? Yeah, we can talk about Ethereum.
Let's just see what... Do you guys ever plan on shorting Bitcoin? Did you answer that one?
Plan on shorting Bitcoin with all the data coming out, all the on-chain data at the moment?
I think it'd be very unwise to.
But if things change, like if we saw a breakdown below 52k, then it becomes a lot more attractive.
Yeah, the next point would be like 42k, and you'd be looking at a lot.
If you saw a serious breakdown in price, then shorting Bitcoin becomes...
But no, I don't have any shorts in, and I don't plan on it unless things really change.
On-chain data changes drastically, but things can change really fast, so you never know.
Yeah, that's cool. I love Aave too, so can't compare. I think it has potential for 5x. Yeah, I think Aave could do really, really well. Voting XLM to $3 a season? Maybe. I don't hold XLM in my portfolio, but I know it's a good project. I hate XRP, but it looks good right now. I have a small bag. Nice, yeah. XRP's come back up quite a lot. I still don't hold it, and I still wouldn't hold it. I still want to watch what's going to happen. It looks like the SECs might, fall through with this whole allegation thing that's happening. So it could still be a good buy. What's your thoughts on TA of coins versus a market cap? Thoughts on TA of coins versus a market cap it would need to get there. If every coin reaches its target, its total market cap would be like 20 trillion.
Wow. A decent amount of... Just checking out the volume moved on Ethereum, a huge amount has been moved over $2,000.
Crazy amount.
I did not expect a crazy amount, considering we haven't been there that long when we did touch it. My God. Oh no, it looks like it's just
We did
No.
fall back a bit and then see some impulse. I've got this kind of wedge forming here. We could break up to the upside very soon. I'm super bullish on Ethereum in the short term, so this is just 15-minute chart, so it might not really even mean anything.
Here, pull up the sentiment. This is some interesting stuff. We went over it in a video, but I wanted to highlight it now. This was before Ethereum hit the all-time high when it got to 1.8k. So sentiment, there's some...
Thanks, man. Yeah, keep going.
There's some good, they do some good analysis, and they did some sentiment analysis. So they're just scanning tweets and seeing what crypto investors are feeling about the cryptocurrency. So this is a little confusing, but I'll explain it to you guys. The purple is the weighted sentiment. So the higher it is, the more bullish people are on Ethereum. The lower it is, the more bearish people are. So the last time we were as bearish as we were at 1.8k was back in September 2020. And what happened after September 2020, we saw a huge run up. So we made the prediction that just based on sentiment, and it's not hugely strong based on the data, but it's interesting nonetheless. Based on how bearish and how undecided people were, the level of extreme skepticism is what they called it. They saw a huge run up, and over the next 48 hours after this, we hit an all-time high, and the sentiment is still undecided. So you could put that down to gas fees, you could put that down to transaction times. People are sort of unsure on Ethereum, but historically that's really good for cryptocurrencies. When people are undecided, it goes on a huge run. So interesting to think about.
And it makes sense because you can't really see this price action down here, but this could be just as volatile around these smaller times as it is up here. So this is a long point of accumulation, and then we start to see run up, and this is a long point of accumulation, and then we start to see run up again. So
yeah, it's interesting. You want to combine everything. If you want to make the best investment decisions, you want to combine behavioral analysis, on-chain analysis, technical analysis,
definitely
fundamental analysis. You can just keep doing layers and layers.
Yeah.
And when everything sort of adds up to a good trade, that's when you make the most money.
Yeah.
So yeah,
if you're
keep an eye on everything.
If you're just looking at fundamental analysis, you could be on these altcoins. You could be holding these altcoins for too long and not really realizing when to sell out.
Yeah.
That's where the technical analysis comes in. If you're just looking at technical analysis, then you're not looking at what the project's actually doing, and some things you might be questionable. That might be questionable about it. So you really got to do them both hand in hand. I think that's pretty obvious though. So.
Yeah, never short BTC unless you buy a boat, because you're gonna drown, I guess. But yeah, it's a good point. With everything so bullish coming out at the moment, I wouldn't feel comfortable shorting Bitcoin in any capacity. The other deal with Bitcoin is, if you guys are, I don't know how many people are familiar with finance, interest rates, and the economies of the world, but all the data coming out about inflation, and every investor and even billionaire, everyone agrees on one thing, that inflation is going to be a huge issue over the next 5 to 10 years. And where even Peter Schiff, even Bitcoin haters, Kevin O'Leary, everyone agrees that inflation is going to be a huge problem, but people have different solutions to the problem. So some people say buy commodities, some people say buy gold, some people say buy Bitcoin. And I think when you really dive down into it, there's no better argument than buying Bitcoin. So yeah, I agree, no better investment today with everything coming out. Yeah, there is no better investment today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Phantom? I'm not sure. I don't really look at Phantom that much. I was watching it for a while. I couldn't really see a reason for me to buy it at the point that I was watching it, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk our main portfolios at the moment.
We can look at Zilliqa real quick.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zilliqa, Cake. You have Swipe now.
I sold my Swipe.
Polkadot.
Yeah. Yeah. I do want to take a look at Polkadot actually. Just a lot of Polkadot parachains are coming out this year. I think Polkadot's going to do really, really, really well this year. I did a video on it, I think last week, telling you guys, well, not telling you guys to, but saying that a good buy would be literally anywhere between $30 and $40. And within a few days after, I told you guys to buy, I think, at this green candle, and I was saying that this would be a good purchase point at this sort of accumulation. Oh, wait. Do you want to pull it up first?
I'm pulling up Dot, yeah.
Pull it up on your
Or pull it up on...
Pull it up on the thing. Yeah.
What are we not going to go back to? Oh, I have
Cake.
2 Zills open.
Add it on the right
yeah,
here, I
okay.
reckon. It's really easy. USDT. Yep, second one.
Alright.
Actually, it's actually good that we probably draw it on as we go, just so you guys can see what's happening.
Yeah.
So let's change this to the 4 hour. Looking at this might not mean much, but you can see between here, where was it? Around $40. We did kind of go above $40 for a little bit, but between $40 and $30, we had a long time for accumulation. We saw no one talking about. We saw a few dips here and there and a few candles, but for the most part,
literally the conversation went dead on Polkadot.
Exactly, and that's when you need to be buying. You shouldn't be buying Cardano when everyone's talking about it. It's at $1.40. I didn't touch Cardano anywhere between $1 and $1.40. It's still selling at $1.10. You want to be buying things like Polkadot, which has solid future use case, and that's actually consolidating, and not many people are talking about.
When the conversation goes quiet on a coin, and it's just quietly accumulating,
especially with something like Polkadot,
like such a huge project, I feel like as Cardano ran,
Polkadot,
it was just dead silence on Polkadot, but it just kept consolidating around $35 in the mid 30s, and it seemed like it was just a matter of time. And another telltale signal was the projects built on Polkadot, Kusama being one of them, running extremely hard, and it almost was premeditated before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before
it ran again.
Exactly. Yeah. Kusama. I've been super bullish on Kusama since like pre $100. As you can see in my technical analysis video on Polkadot I put out a few days ago, I said that this would be an awesome buy zone around $34, $33. And then I said anywhere between 40 and 30. And, we saw this huge run-up shortly after, and now we're bouncing off this $40, and we won't see below $40 for a little while. I think we'll actually start to run up even harder again and see up at around the $60 mark again, and then we start to come down a little bit in the next dip, and then we start moving up again. But the reason why I'm even pulling this up is because you want to be buying cryptos that kind of look like this, that have a really solid use case. When Chainlink starts to look like this, you buy it. When Uniswap starts to look like this, you buy it. And then especially when Polkadot starts to look like this, buy it. Long periods of accumulation between two zones, buying at the dips and it's bouncing off and seeing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches at around $30 and still settling around. And then finally we finally see a break up to the upside.
Yeah.
So
for Gregsy Young and Foreman Fender buying at $3 and $12. That's a great example of buying something when no one's talking about it. When it was at $3 and $12, there wasn't much talk about it.
Somewhere in the 20 top, I think it was top 20 or 18.
When it started to run really hard, then people started to talk about it. But at $3 and $12, it was dead silence on it, and that's when you're going to make huge gains. As you can. What's your least favorite top 50 coin? Probably Ripple or no Litecoin. Litecoin.
Probably Litecoin.
Ripple.
Not a huge fan of Litecoin or Ripple.
Ripple, just because the people that made it and the story behind it, I don't love, but I think it performs well. Litecoin, because I think it performs badly, and I think it has no use case out of Bitcoin. I think every time Bitcoin runs, it's going to run less, and every time Bitcoin dips, it's going to dip more. So it's just going to underperform Bitcoin, and everything Litecoin does, Bitcoin is better at. And the huge use case of Litecoin is it does faster transactions and for less fees. But there's so many other cryptos that do it way better than Bitcoin, than Litecoin, because Litecoin was just a hard fork off Bitcoin. So.
And it may be one of the worst performing cryptos that's still in the top 100. They could have bought back in 2017.
Yeah.
It's doing okay, but it's not doing. If you bought Bitcoin at the top in 2017, 2018, 19K, you would have made a 3x in your investment. If you bought Litecoin at the top back then, you would have what was its top at? Litecoin's top.
I think it topped at $400 in 2017. Let me fact check myself.
Yeah, let's just double check.
This guy says might want to double check Litecoin. I see a few arguments
for
it, but
so do I. Yeah.
But for what? What is the? Oh, it didn't get to 400. It got to
327. Yeah.
About 330. Like, what is the use case of Litecoin now? I know that it has faster transactions and better transaction speeds and fees than Bitcoin, but there's so many other cryptos that do it and do it better.
It's stuck between this really awkward spot of having that network effect of being a well-known crypto and actually being a solid use case crypto. And it's just, you can tell because it's just slowly climbing down the ladder in the market cap position.
We were very
just slowly
bullish.
getting flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. And what's it at now? It's at the 9 swap being flipped by Uniswap, Cardano, Polkadot, Binance Coin, all these just flipped it in a matter of weeks. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Not a huge fan of Litecoin.
I see so much online about people being bullish on it. It could still do well. We could be wrong, but I won't be putting my money.
We were bullish on it, and we had money into it when this bull run began early, like November last year. Because you can make a good argument for it. You can say Bitcoin is gold, and then Litecoin's the silver. And when PayPal and Square announced that they were adding 4 different cryptos, and it was going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin, it seemed like an obvious play to buy a basket of those 4 because those were going to succeed. But Litecoin's just broken down, and ever since that announcement, we've seen Bitcoin run harder and Litecoin follow it, but never run as hard. And then every time Bitcoin dips, so does Litecoin, but Litecoin dips harder, and it's just slowly falling out of the rankings. Same with Bitcoin Cash; it's doing even worse. So not too fond of either of those projects. And I think in the top 50, there's so much more exciting and promising projects that you can be looking at.
Greg Z said Matic. Sorry, I don't know.
Matic.
I'll look at it more this week. I get a lot of my viewers asking me about Matic. We can quickly take a look at it on the CoinMarketCap. It's Polygon, by the way.
Oh, I was gonna buy Polygon.
Do you remember?
Yeah. I to prove a point, I put in a random number between 1 and 100 and was gonna buy coin, and the coin was Polygon. Then it ran really hard.
We'll take a look at it in our next stream. It actually really does interest me, and I don't want to just brush over in this video. So, we'll take a look at it in the next video. Do you guys like Polkadot or Pancake Swap? Polkadot. I mean,
good.
Oh, actually,
that's tight.
We just went through the technical analysis for both of them, and the fundamental analysis a lot more for Pancake Swap.
Maybe I would say Dot edges out the technical analysis. It looks a bit better.
Dot is in an extremely solid position right here. It looks like it's having this really strong descending wedge pattern, and then it's like flagpole, and then it's just going to shoot up again very soon, in my opinion. But
bullish on both of them.
But
the technical setup, Polkadot looks a bit better just because Pancake is under a lot of, where a lot of volume is moved, and that historically is a difficult region to push past, I would say.
Do you guys...
Should we go over our on-chain data quickly?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's quickly answer this question. Do you do these live chats regularly? I seem to only randomly catch them, and would love to know if you guys... So, every stream we do, we always say we're going to stream 5 times a week, but we end up coming back for 2 weeks.
We used to do it really regularly, but then we've just been busy. We work full-time jobs, and we run a small business, and then we also do YouTube on the side. So it's sort of whenever we can. But this week, we'll stream every day at the same time. So we'll jump on stream at 8:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time.
We'll try to jump on all 7 days this week.
All 7 days. We'll do it 7 days in a row, just to talk through the cryptocurrency charts, talk through any on-chain analysis, and then go from there. So we'll try and be a bit more regular, and it's fun talking to you guys. So let's run through just really quickly. We'll run through all the on-chain data to show why we're still so bullish on everything.
And then Greg Z will jump onto Zill and take a look at that straight after. So let's look at this real quick.
All right, so Bitcoin miner net position change. This is super bullish because, as you can see, as miners, even back in January and February, all the miners, you can see that the dips down, they're selling their Bitcoin that they're mining. However, at the moment, with Bitcoin above 60K, you would expect for them to be selling more. However, we're seeing, I'm all good. We're seeing them start to accumulate and buy up positions. So you could make arguments for why, but I think it's just because you see the value and what Bitcoin, it has so much more to run. If the people that are mining Bitcoin and the majority of people that are mining Bitcoin are accumulating Bitcoin, it's taking supply off the market and it's hugely bullish. So yeah, good data to see, good on-chain data to see. If you saw a huge influx of miners selling Bitcoin around the 60K mark, you'd start to freak out. You'd think that they think it's the top, and like it'd be a red flag.
This is really important as well. The correlation between miners dumping and the price action is pretty spot on. So.
Yeah. Let's jump on to the next technical analysis. So out from Glassnode again, it's a bit of a confusing chart, but pretty much what it shows is hodl waves. So the dark orange is Bitcoin liquid supply that's been moved in the last 1 to 3 months. The orange is Bitcoin supply that's moved between 3 to 6 months. And what we can see between the end of January and now, there's been an 8% increase in the supply, meaning that Bitcoin that has been bought over the last 6-month bull cycle is just being held. People that are buying it aren't moving it. They're just keeping it in their wallets and accumulating, and they're not moving it. So you can see from everyone's sentiment, or at least the crowd sentiment, that everyone expects Bitcoin price to go higher. And if everyone's thinking that, if the miners are thinking that, if all the people that are buying it, if all the people that are buying it during the bull run are thinking that, it's going to happen. So everyone expecting it to run up higher. People are holding more. It's taking supply off exchanges. And it's good to see. This is the data that you want to be seeing. You want to see holders increasing their accumulation and increasing their holding. What's our last one? Oh, and yeah, to sort of top it all off, you can just see the total liquid supply chain. So this is inflows coming onto exchanges, and this is outflows, so Bitcoin coming off of exchanges. So Bitcoin coming off for cold storage, Bitcoin coming off and being moved to offline wallets. So it could be institutions, it could be anyone. People just moving off exchanges. But why people move Bitcoin off exchanges is because they're holding for a long time and they're not planning on selling it soon. So like this is what you want to be seeing. And we're seeing it as Bitcoin approaches up and goes towards 60K. So yeah, good data to be seeing. Very good data to be seeing.
We love these euphoria charts. I mean, it's still factual. So what do you think about Harmony? One, is it getting ready to rise, or is it done for a while? Harmony is honestly a really good project, and I like how they've allowed it to be a lot more decentralized than a lot of the other proof of stake concept projects in the market right now. So I think it's done for a little while. I think we'll still see more of it in the future. A little bit of the stuff they did was weird, like how they access the NFT market, and their gallery thing with NFTs was a little bit weird as well, and I didn't really understand it. I think a lot of the other projects who entered, like a lot of the other DeFi projects who entered the NFT market did it a lot better than they did. So I'm still bullish on it. I'm interested to see what they do in the future, a lot more fundamentally than technically. So yeah, I will be watching it, but that's all I can really say about Harmony for the near future. ETH 1 hour triangle flag. Yeah, I was drawing that when I was looking at it earlier. Looking at Zilliqa, I'm extremely bullish on Zilliqa. I've been holding this project for a long time. I think they're just going to continue to rise and easily smash their all-time highs that they put in.
What do you think they peak at in the top, like in terms of ranking?
Oh, in terms of ranking?
Coin market cap ranking, yeah.
Top 20 at least.
Top 20, wow, okay.
Yeah, I think they're blasting the top 20. I think that they've actually proven that behind the scenes, they handle the market fluctuations with NFTs, with DeFi, and everything like that really, really well. Like their ZilSwap decentralized exchange is doing extremely well and looks really good. Their staking rewards are really good, and a lot of let's look at their how much of the supply is actually staked right now.
Yeah.
Can I see
how much is? Is it 47%? Oh no, that's how much has been created. All bullish news slides? Yeah, 100%. Anyway,
all bullish news slides. Yeah, Zilliqa always do well with NFTs. Wait, did they break their all-time high? Wait, sorry guys, I'm just getting sidetracked real quick. Okay, 23 cents. Did we break 23 cents?
Yeah, we hit it. 23.12 is a 24 hour.
Oh, we just touched it.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I thought it was going to take a lot longer before we hit an all-time high, but yeah, I think they just do really well in all markets when they're releasing a collateralized loan system, the NFT system, the NFT project, all the NFT stuff is doing really, really well. The decentralized exchange has a lot of value locked in. It doesn't even have the cross-chain poly update yet. That's going to be coming really soon, I hope. Yeah, I just think behind the scenes Zilliqa do really well, and they have a really active community and Reddit and Twitter. So I think they've just got everything they need to do successful this bull run, and always position themselves well to do successful in the bull run.
Yeah. And breaking all-time high, we go price discovery mode. Yeah, it looks good. It all looks good.
Yeah. I also bought Swipe at the dip. They were settling on the Swipe SWP, SXP to Bitcoin. You know, they were just rumbling in this swipe to Bitcoin. They were one of the only ones back from 2017 that hasn't really seen this run up, and they got bought by Binance, and finally are seeing a breakout. And hopefully, when they do run up, they'll see something like $10. It's currently only at, what is it at now? They're doing really well over the past 24 hours. They're at $5 now, which is insane. I think I'll easily hit $10 in the near future. I sold my bag at about $4.30, $4.40. I don't like how the team reacts to certain information.
Certain news.
So,
yeah. An interesting thing about you said it was owned by Binance.
Yep.
And our big reason we like anything that Binance sticks their hand into, Binance is like the Amazon of the crypto world, and anything they touch just starts to rip higher, and turns to gold. And they're not going to let it die. They're going to continue to push it. Binance are buying up a lot of things in the crypto space, and they're going to be, in my opinion, the biggest player. So I would be taking a very close look at anything that they have their fingers in.
Exactly. That's exactly why I bought it and why I was looking at it. It's just the thing is, because I know a lot of people are looking at it at the moment because of its price action. It's up 35% in 24 hours. I think it's probably one of the biggest gainers. Let's have a look. 24-hour change. I'm not sure why it's not here, but it is. It is one of the biggest gainers.
Yeah, 35%.
Yeah.
We might wrap it up.
What do you guys make of ADA's sideways movement? I think it makes sense. I think there was just a lot of
hype built up.
A lot of hype, a lot of hot air that it was getting.
Cardano is a good project.
Yeah.
But yeah, it had ran so hard. I think it was just
so much FOMO, and then I think
it just needs some cooling off time. Yeah.
Because people realized there wasn't really much use for it at the moment. In the future, it will do really well. I just think that it ran so hard because of all the hype and the hot air that it was getting. This was kind of expected. I didn't think it was going to keep rising. There was no reason for it to keep rising. So yeah, that's our take on that. Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up here, yeah.
If you guys are viewing, if you enjoy it, we're going to stream every day this week. So drop a subscribe, drop a like, subscribe to Shizo's crypto channel, or subscribe to mine if you're watching on ShizoCrypto's channel. Also, go to my poll and vote for what cryptocurrency you want me to buy. The Cardano fanboys.
No, don't make him. Why did you put ADA in there?
I didn't think they'd vote it so hard. Cardano is currently winning by 34%, so please go on and vote for anything else besides Cardano.
I'll go on and vote for something else.
So I don't have to drop a huge position into Cardano. Not that I'm against Cardano, I just think it's going to consolidate around the $1.10 for a long time.
We could see a pretty big breakup pretty soon. It has been
because it has been a while.
It has been consolidating for a long time, but everyone's just still talking about it. It's not moving.
And taking our advice from before.
I don't think it's the whales buying it. I think it's all the FOMOs buying it. That's why.
And there's a lot of die-hard Cardano fans,
really die-hard.
That love it.
Honestly, this looks pretty good. We're making high lows. It looks like we're really approaching a critical point here with this sideways movement. We're also making lower lows.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for voting for Bitcoin.
Vote for Ripple.
Vote for anything besides Cardano. Why did you have to vote Ripple?
Every time either of us put up a poll, I don't know about you, but every time I put up a poll with Cardano in it, it doesn't matter what it is, Cardano always gets the most votes. Yeah, there's the Cardano fanboys come out in droves, and it feels like they just infest YouTube. And I'm not saying I'm against Cardano. Cardano's fine. But there's just so many of them, and they're so diehard. Like, it's Cardano or die. Cardano or nothing. Pull up save Africa with what they're doing. Pull up this chart on your screen real quick. Cardano? Yeah. Guys, what do you think of this? What do you think of this chart right now? Let us know what you guys think. I'm a bit what's the word?
Undecided.
I'm a bit undecided what this looks like to me.
I mean, it looks kind of good.
It looks like we're just moving sideways and then, you know, accumulating. Let's see when most of the volume was put in.
I mean, it kind of looks like the polka dot chart before it broke.
It did a bit with this like accumulation between two zones. It looks we haven't really been bouncing out around between two numbers though. We've been making high lows, which is actually pretty bullish.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like we're above where the peak volume went through, but we have this large chunk of orders.
Yeah. If we see a break to $1.25, then it looks like we're set to hit another all-time high.
Honestly, maybe yeah. If we see a break above, so maybe I will be watching ADA over the next few days.
We'll see. I just feel like there's a lot more potential in other coins to make bigger gains, but who knows?
So do I.
Expect the unexpected.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming. Yeah, pump the music. Thanks so much, guys, for watching this stream.
Looks like a man fishing in a boat in the middle of the lake. I see that as well.
I don't know. Okay.
And that would be a classic bullish sign.
A man fishing in a lake.
A man fishing in a lake. One of the most classics. Alright, guys.
Thanks guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to both our channels.
Talking to you all.
We'll be back tomorrow night and the
at the same time, 8:45. So in about 24 hours time, we'll be back.
On our Thursday night, it'll be different because I'm actually working till 9 p.m. that night.
Okay, we'll change that one.
For today, tomorrow, Wednesday, it'll be. If he gets a bite, we'll be eating good tonight. Let's screenshot that.
If Cardano runs hard, I'll remember that comment. And I will reference the man fishing in a boat in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, this guy.
Of why it ran.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, thanks so full screen of that.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys. Have a good one. Let's get those gains.